Bro, I'm going to come for you, and when I find you, you're going to be like 40 yards behind me.
Yeah, I bet you're 40
Welcome, everybody, to a
hi, everyone.
Brand new edition of the Swift Kicks podcast. I'm Alex. With me, as always, are the ever-rivaling Nate and Ben. And, I don't know, thrift store swagger chief, Stavros.
Yeah.
Drinking that
is great.
Someone's fired up.
Drinking that FMW sauce. Coaching us into glory on the Pez. Cheers. Who are we playing today?
We're playing Hibs. Which turned out to be
Nate?
league punching bag. Didn't foresee that coming.
How many clean sheets
That's where
do
we
we
are
have?
now. I bet you. I think losses on like match day. I think we're going to match day 10 or 11, and I think we have like maybe one loss, tops. And I think Hibs. Our league has 18 teams in it. I think Hibs is like bottom 3.
Like the Luton town.
Yeah. Who'd have thought? You know. Hibs, be better.
Speaking of who'd have thought, how you get sent off in the 97th minute? West Ham. Did you guys see that yesterday?
Yeah.
2 red cards.
2 red cards. Yeah.
Sheffield United, West Ham, 2-2. The 97th minute is just.
It was spicy.
You gotta be like trying at that point.
I think
I thought Fabianski was.
The penalty that
I was kind of fired up to
the
see
latest goal ever scored in Premier League history.
And so that's only because I like that stat. What was it, Alex? Like 103rd minute. What was it?
113th.
No, 103rd.
100.
Yeah.
You said that was.
Oh, I'm sorry. 90 plus 13, 103rd. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
We said the same thing, different languages.
Yeah. No, it wasn't the same at all. But I mean, that's only because like we're in this post World Cup outrageous stoppage time environment still, you know, which I'm not like hating on it. Like it's kind of fun sometimes, but like 13. If you said 10 years ago, like, I'm going to add 13 minutes onto this game, you better hope there was a streaker and someone, you know, that had a heart attack on the pitch.
Several streakers.
Several. Plural.
Streakers.
Plural.
I enjoyed the end of that. That was spicy.
I'm calling a quick TO. Alex, what does your shirt say?
This is DILF.
It's
Got it.
What does it say underneath it? Established.
2022.
Okay.
22 ducks in the pond. All right, I just making sure I understood what that said.
Wow.
Carry on.
Yeah.
Sorry for the shenanigans.
It's a new fashion brand. Only select few can get into.
It almost
I'm
looks like
actually
Gap.
sponsored by them, but it's
Like Gap.
Nate, that was a slow burn. I'm proud of you. Nate, I'm not going to lie. You could tell me that you were currently in Steve's old bedroom in
It
Carolina,
kind of looks like it.
and it's identical. Just different posters.
I can tell it's different, but I see where
I
you're coming
would
from.
hope so. You lived there.
I wanted to say that I appreciate Nate's. I see the Liverpool flag and the Liverpool top.
I was feeling very sporty today.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate the
In
continued.
case you guys didn't know who I supported.
What is
Double
your
dip.
what's your nerdy obsession? Is it scarves? Everyone's got like a footy thing that they're
Oh
like,
yeah, dude! I've
like
got stars in the
boots.
ground right here.
Boots,
I don't
baby.
know for it.
What did you say?
Steve likes feet. I like
mine's
woven
boots.
material, like scarves.
Knit.
Also, those boots I was telling you about not coming in. Those things sold out like within 5 minutes of going online.
Yeah. Also, I
Anywhere.
can't afford. I would love. They're very sexy,
Dude,
I'm not-
so sexy. You know what's
Yeah.
crazy though?
Love
Sorry
the
to get
tongue.
off topic,
The
but
new
like
Preds.
this will take like 30 seconds.
Can we pull
Yeah,
this up?
the new Preds. The new Preds have 3 top tier models. So Adidas have like totally revamped like their lineup of boots, like from top tier model to like takedown models and all that. They have 3 top tier models, one with a fold over tongue, one with no tongue, just standard laces, and then one that's laceless. So 3 elite models is what they're called. The fold over tongue model sold out within less than an hour. And I'm talking soccer.com, which
Yeah, I
is
see it right
American,
here.
which is North American based. I'm talking Pro Direct, which is Europe based, Unisport, which is Europe based.
They actually have my size at Dick's.
Where? At Dick's Sporting Goods with the fold over tongue.
Dicks.com, fold over tongue, men's 11. It's close. I'm really a 10.5.
Is there less than 11? Probably not.
Men's 8.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When I checked the morning after they dropped on soccer.com, they had men's 8 to men's 12.
They're beautiful,
the gap.
man. I mean, they are.
And now you check soccer.com. Soccer.com doesn't even have the boots on the website anymore. They're completely gone. They don't offer them
like a year when they're like $100.
Yeah, right.
Dude, we'll see. I think these might be. I don't want to say these are going to be a cult classic because, I mean, if you think about it, this is the first Predator with a fold over tongue since 2009.
Yeah, I mean, it's
very
it's
first
pretty
one.
rough.
That's crazy.
It's really nice.
We'll see.
And, dude, I think Nunez was wearing them yesterday.
Nunez wears them with last I saw him, he was wearing the laceless models, which if you look at the laceless models and the laced models, they have full sizes. But if you want the fold over tongue, which is what everybody wants for nostalgia effect, dude, 100%. If I'm getting those boots, they're gonna have a tongue on them. They're sold out, which is crazy. And it's not a limited collection pair, which is good. So hopefully they'll restock. But I just find that absolutely.
I mean, it's what I really want to do is I wish I could like rent them. I wish I could I wish they had a little
try
5-a-side, 7-a-side indoor. I could walk in, try them on, and just go like rip a few and run around.
Dude,
and then I'm like, okay.
World Soccer Shop.
That's what soccer.com does, which is World Soccer Shop. World Soccer Shop is soccer.com. They bought them out, so it's the same company.
Well, I mean,
you can try
somewhere in Charlotte, North Carolina.
It's in Massachusetts.
I think it's like a 30-day try-on period where you can buy a pair of boots, do whatever you want with them for 30 days, and whatever you want.
Okay, just clarifying.
I used to see boots come in that looked like they'd been put through the ringer, and they're like, "Yeah,
Ben's like, oh yeah, I'm putting."
They're like, these boots didn't fit very well. I'm gonna return them. I'm like, you look like you played a whole season in these.
Robbed a bank in them.
Yeah, exactly. You look like you did. Look like you trekked the world in these.
Is there a market for season-long boot owners? You know what I'm saying?
Can you elaborate?
The idea of I just want to wear them for a season, then trade them for the next thing.
Like lease? You want to lease boots?
Yeah.
Let's
do it. You guys both
like a new iPhone.
I'm saying you go on a payment plan, right?
Am I picking up what you're putting down? Is that what that is?
I might have bought all of those Preds. You'll never know.
That's so funny.
I don't know.
With a buyout option at the end of the
time,
a
7-on-7 game.
Steve, I don't like the no tongue.
If the fold over tongue option did not exist and there was only laced and only laceless, I would have a lot more time for the laced version. But now that but because of the fact that I know that there's a fold over tongue, I have no time.
Yeah, so soccer.com has for the laced no tongue, it's got pretty much all sizes.
Yeah, they have all sizes. All sizes laced, all sizes laceless. They have.
Damn, you get me a little fired up for these boots, bro. Jack, I'm like,
they pulled.
You want to send me $250?
They legit pulled the boots with the fold over tongue from the website. The last I saw, they had a men's size 7 and a men's size 8, and then a men's size 13, and that was it. And they just pulled them. So I'm assuming over the weekend they sold out of even those.
Dick's having 11.
Yeah, that's.
Hey, do you guys think
That's not my size.
the David Beckham documentary was timed with this drop?
No, I don't think so.
Sure.
I'm not. I'm not.
I can't really remember.
Dude,
I know he had his
he
own
is.
brand.
Preds guy.
He's got a lifelong contract with Adidas.
He is why Preds are so big, in my opinion.
He's a big reason.
Stevie G, baby.
Him.
No.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of characters. Him, Zidane. Zidane for me was the reason why I wore Preds. Stevie G had lamps. You had Kaká. You had.
Yeah.
I thought he was
that period from 2005 to 2009.
Before that,
it
he was
players. Yeah.
No, Kaká went to the Adipure line in 2008, but prior to that,
got it.
he was Predators, all throughout that time. But you also had a whole bunch of random names like you had Joe Coles, you had Patrick Kluivert, you had
Bro, they made the image of Beckham
Raul.
on the Preds, though.
Speaking of Kluivert, man, let's
They put the silhouette of Beckham taking free kicks on that move.
Yeah, that was his icon.
That's him.
It was a signature boot.
The tongueless.
Wow, dude, I can pay in 4 interest-free payments. Here you go, Ben. Here you go, Ben.
Well, dude, you only get like 30 miles out of them, and then you trade.
Dude, you can pay in 4 installments of $70 each with Afterpay. Let me refer you.
Klarna coming in clutch.
Klarna,
I just have always thought like every season I wanted a new pair of boots. I want to try them all out. I think you're right though. It would have to be like on site. You'd have to go in, have a quick.
I'm not risking if I need a 10.5 and I order an 11 and they're like, oh, sorry, like you can return it, but we're not going to send you anymore because we don't have any. I'd just be like, no, that's a waste of time.
Knowing what I know now about like just boots in like brands in general, there's no way that I would run the risk, or not the risk, but like just roll the dice on buying a pair of boots in what I think is my size and then signing up for those boots being like my game time boots for a season. Like I have to go through like a kind of strict process of like trying them on, testing them out like in different scenarios. And then after that gauntlet, having like determining, okay, yeah, these can be my game boots, or no, they didn't make the cut. I gotta go.
You know what I do is I take them out onto the concrete and I try to moonwalk at them and see how well I can do it. And then I'm like, right, there we go.
If I can get...
Can you imagine? You guys want to know a quicker way to make Steve cry? Is doing that shit, dude. Bro, Steve, how quickly would you door?
I run the stopwatch and I see how fast I can turn those studs to dust.
It's like chalk on a chalkboard, bro.
Here's the thing: I get the most expensive boots I can possibly get my hands on. I take them out to the parking lot.
I just start running suicides. I'm
putting these cleats in the.
Yeah, let me go ahead and let me pay my first installment for this for these $280 boots.
Bro, nothing grinds my gears.
Oh my god! Oh Jesus! Yeah, Steve, you would curb stop a man for that,
bro.
Honestly, so would I, dude. Dude, when I see little kids
it's
leaving,
gross.
like
it's
gross.
Like
when I used to work at the when I used to play at the Y all the time, I see people walking in the parking lot in boots. I'm just cringing. I'm just like, take those off.
I would pay any of you guys to get footage of you going into a grocery store in a full kit.
Oh my god.
Like shinning the shin pads with the ankle protection on and all. Like Town Rec Sports. I just dropped into the chat. There's an Adidas Copa Pure football boot for $5.95 sold by Prada. Have you guys seen this?
What is it again?
Prada had they took over the whole lineup of Adidas, the current lineup of Adidas football boots. And they did like Prada renditions of all of them.
Too white.
If I remember the Prada ones, did the Prada ones for the Copa have like a fold over tongue that went like over the whole top?
They looked like what was it? The F-150, the F-50.
F-50. Okay, yeah, we're on the same
page. Not the 150. That's a Ford product.
F-150X Adidas collab.
These are built Ford.
Yeah, that's
dude. Those look like some. Is that from Tron?
Dude, those are kind of sick.
Honestly.
But you know the kid that wears those is just a dick that doesn't play. You know what I mean?
100p. Yeah, 100p.
Right?
They are the coach's son, or they are the worst player on the team.
Right.
Yeah.
Hands down,
It can be both. It can be both. It can be both things.
Dude, they are kind of sick.
The second string goalkeeper that came from a private school.
Yeah. It's like, I played at St. Morsted's college.
Christian Academy.
Yeah, you've never heard of it.
Those are sick. I will tell you, those are awesome. I would never wear them. 0-0.
Nah, yeah, I wouldn't wear them. Yeah, no. Against Hibs. Like,
come on,
league bottom feeders.
Saving the best for last.
Nate needs you to come through here.
Yeah, dude, I think I might have
somebody.
Have you seen the Skechers boot?
I don't know.
Have you seen the Skechers boot? That's $225.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
You know what I think is
shut up, Skechers.
Interesting. I think about the Skechers boots. So like the Skechers boots have recently come out with a colorway. I forget. I think it's called like the Ice Pack or something like that, where it's white and then like blue accents, right? The retail versions have a silhouetted S on the lateral side of the boots, so it's not like a super prominent colored in like S for the retail versions, but the ones that the pros are wearing, like Zinchenko for Arsenal and Harry Kane, obviously for Bayern Munich, their versions of the boot have a very defined blue colored in S that's not available for retail.
It's a whole separate issue. Sorry.
I can't quite
I
tell.
think they just need a really good marketing a marketing
get
program
Kim
for
K
that.
back.
They just need someone to market that so well. I mean, dude, Harry Kane's already too bad. Harry Kane's not very.
What do you mean? He's not marketable, but he's a baller. I mean,
Okay, his ability speaks for itself.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Does
It's we're not talking
it's
about
kind of vanilla.
you know.
It's kind of like
Okay.
like if
Sorry, Brian.
some brand was advertising like vanilla extract, Harry Kane should be like the guy with the vanilla in his hand, or like vanilla ice cream. Like he's vanilla.
He's a pretty vanilla dude.
If Ben and Jerry's was making flavors and they had a vanilla ice cream, Harry Kane should be
Spokesperson.
the guy on the pint of vanilla ice cream and nobody else besides
So
Harry
let
Kane.
me ask you this.
Like Ben and
With-
Jerry's.
Remember New Balance was like, hey, we're in the game again. And all of a sudden New Balance boots were a thing.
New
And they
Balance
got
boots are
Sterling.
Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah.
Warrior tried to do that kind of when they were with Liverpool, but New Balance technically owned Warrior. Is Skechers going to be more like a Warrior who's not in the game the next 5 years, or are they going to be more like a New Balance who's a little more prominent?
It's different because I think Skechers is their own thing. I think Skechers is an independent player in this game. Warrior was New Balance in its infancy. I think New Balance used Warrior as like a little like, let's put our toes in the water and see what the footy market's all about. Oh, turns out this might be lucrative. Okay, rebrand Warrior and all of those clubs, Sevilla, New Balance. I'm sorry, Sevilla, Liverpool. I can't remember other teams, but now they're all New Balance now. Ditch Warrior.
Yep.
Now they're all New Balance. This is lucrative. Let's go from here. Skechers, I think, is entering this game completely and 100% on their own. I could be wrong. I don't think Skechers is owned by anybody else besides Skechers.
Yeah, I don't know.
So for them to take this gamble and try and do this
I'm
all
with you.
100% on their own is
Maybe a better comparison would be what lasts longer, Under Armour boots or Skechers boots?
I don't know. I like some Under Armour stuff.
I'll be honest, some Under Armour boots of the past have been good. Like
In year one, you thought that, or are you thinking that 5 years after?
I'm saying from Under Armour, from when they started making boots, probably like in 2014 to they make boots currently. And I think like 2017, 2016, they peaked. Maybe 2018, 2016, 2018, they peaked in boots. And then it just kind of went downhill from there. And then they started losing all of it. Like Trent Alexander-Arnold was like their flagship athlete who just now recently went to Adidas and now wears Predators. Like if you look at Under Armour, like I just saw Under Armour's recent boots just dropped. I saw a post on it today of their recent colorway of the two models of the Under Armour boots, and they both look just like miles off it. You look at it and you're just like, I don't know what those feel like. I haven't worn those myself, but I can tell I don't like them. You know what I mean? It's like one of those where you're just like, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's the bullseye. You're missing it. You're way over here. You're not close. And they don't name me one team that Under Armour sponsors to this day. They used to have Tottenham, which is probably like the biggest one they had.
Hemlock High School.
Stop. I can't think of one team that Under Armour currently sponsors that's of any notoriety.
That's a great trivia question.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Wait, so who sponsors Tottenham now? Who's their
Nike? They're Nike.
They're
now.
Nike again.
I'm seeing that. Look, this must be an old article. It looks like Tottenham is listed. Sao Paulo.
Sao
One
Paulo
of my
is
favorite teams. One of my favorite badges of all time. Colo Colo in Chile, and then Cruz Azul. So
they're all Under Armour right now.
Well, all right. So let me freaking open this article. So this is from March 3rd of what year? I don't know. It doesn't say.
March 3rd. Well, if it's this year, then or 2023. Sorry, but, that's
I can't
pretty
tell.
relevant.
But I do like Colo Colo. But yeah. So even if this is correct, that's 4 teams. So.
But they used to. Yeah, I think for some reason I'm besides Tottenham, which on its own, to have a small American brand like Under Armour, small in the context of footy, not
Mm-hmm.
you get what I'm saying. For them to have to be a kit supplier of a Premier League team is huge.
Yeah.
And they've since lost that. And now in terms of the footy landscape, not with all their other sports, but footy landscape, I think they've fallen off so much where I don't think they sponsor any teams that I can think of right now. And their boots are pretty, a good amount of miles off it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you just almost, it's kind of like one of those Reebok things where you just kind of like, we should just stop, reassess, and decide if we should reinsert ourselves into the market or just pull out altogether. Because Reebok has just now freed themselves from Adidas. Reebok used to be big. Reebok used to do like Chivas. Reebok used to do Bolton Wanderers. Reebok used to do Liverpool. Reebok outfitted the Liverpool team that won the Champions League.
I was looking at some old school LFC stuff today, and there were so many training jackets of Reebok, and I'm just like,
the team nice. That the Liverpool team, well. The Liverpool team that won the Champions League won it wearing Reebok.
Yep,
that's crazy. Like in terms of brands, that's huge. That's what you want. Yeah, that's all that you want. Yeah. You had Iker Casillas, you had Andrei Shevchenko, you had Thierry Henry wearing Reeboks for a bit. Yeah. And then they reassessed, withdrew, and there are now rumors of Reebok now introducing themselves back into the market. We'll see as time goes on. But I think that Under Armour is today's Reebok, where they just need to look in the mirror. Just need to look in the mirror.
Get out.
I like Umbro too. I know we talked about Umbro last time. I'm a big boy. That's one that's kind of braved. Stood the test of time. It's Umbro, been around for a while.
They got bailed out. We talked about that a little bit as well. But real quick, just because I found it, there's a team in the Chilean league, in the Japanese J2 league that are still Under Armour. The
Colo Colo.
Wow,
is it Colo Colo, Ben?
That's crazy. If you think about that, Under Armour is an American league. An American brand, and you have a Chilean team.
J2.
And a Japanese League 2 team.
That's
sponsored. Those are such.
You would think they'd go after the MLS. That would be the right
You
thing to do.
think so, Ben?
You never. No, you think they go after like USL Championship or like maybe USL League One. The MLS is a monopoly. The MLS is a monopoly owned by Adidas. Adidas will not allow anybody who's not Adidas to be in the MLS. They have a contract till fucking. You and I are both dead.
Fault.
What do you mean?
And that's tennis. That was a tennis comment for our listener.
But Don Garber is married to Adidas. Don Garber is also married to MLS. And MLS isn't going to be departing from Adidas anytime soon. So as much as I would love to see individual clubs sponsored by the own individual kit suppliers, I love that idea. It's not going to be happening anytime soon.
Yeah. I saw it was in the P chat this week. Actually, speaking of this, Alex threw Pony in there. I mean, I immediately followed it with Genuine. You're all welcome.
Oh yeah.
But that being said, that was a bit of a throwback. Is there any clubs sponsored by Pony
no,
anymore?
I don't think so.
Pony.
I think
when was this?
I think Pony is
for Magic Mike.
Right.
I don't think we'll see. Who knows? There was a time when I never thought we'd see New Balance boots ever again. Like New Balance boots used to be a big thing in like the 80s. and then you didn't see them at all from like the 1990s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and then you start seeing, like, I guess late 2010s, you start seeing New Balance come back into being a player in the game. And New Balance is a good player. Like, New Balance boots, I think people are sleeping on. Like, a lot of New Balance boots, the Furons are fantastic, the Tekelas are fantastic, the 442s, like all three boots that New Balance offers are well worth your money, but not part of the big three of, like, you know, Nike, Adidas, Puma, where a lot of players are going to dedicate a lot of their time to. If
You
they
think
were to
Puma's
look,
still in that mix?
100%, 100%. They have Neymar. They have.
He's.
I
No,
agree
they
with what
definitely
you're
do.
saying, Steve. Nate, you're
I'm
right.
not disagreeing. I'm just
The amount of people that left, like Neymar being a mercurial vapor player from 2000, like what, 11, 12 until 2000 and I'm guesstimating 2019, 2020. The amount of people, I'm talking from sales perspective, that jumped from Nike to Puma when Neymar was announced as a Puma athlete was huge. I'm not saying, I don't know what those numbers are now, but the initial transition from from Nike to Puma that Neymar did, a lot of sales followed Neymar in his journey to Puma. So I think, and Puma makes good products. The Future is a good boot. The Ultra is
Kings, man. Puma Kings are sick.
The Puma Kings they're pretty shit now, to be honest.
Well, thanks, Steve. Really nice having you on the show.
The Kings were nice.
off.
The big thing with the, I'm sorry, we're just talking about boots the whole episode. The big thing about Kings was the Kings had kangaroo leather, and
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Puma has
global warming. Yeah.
Puma has went back on that
for the ozone.
and made out a synthetic material called K Better. Clever. And their Puma Kings are now the synthetic material name that's K Better, but the boots aren't really, they haven't taken off like they wanted them to. I think the Puma Kings look nice, but performance wise, they're just,
the last pair I wore were made out of K leather, and thanks, Jordan.
Fresno's. The futures are. Hey, he knows.
You guys got a foot fetish club going on.
I'm telling you, Mizuno's the best kept secret in footy. I'm putting it on the air. I'm blasting it right now.
They make the best baseball glove.
No, stop.
Dude, I love the Lotto swivel stupid stud thing.
Yeah, let's get the Sheila's back.
They don't even do it no more.
It doesn't even work.
Fila rainbows.
Yeah.
Can you imagine going on a muddy pitch in like northern England and just sticking that thing? That is immediately.
They used to sharpen the studs on World Cups, and that was the worst feeling in the world. Catching one of those on your ankle, instantly want to vomit. 0-0. I'm telling you, our striker's not in form. Just give him a day off. He doesn't need to be let go. Just give him one game off. He'll come back a new man. So I don't know if you guys saw that Cristiano Ronaldo. Nike tried to re-release his boot. This is a little while ago. I'm saying within 6 months ago, 3 months ago. They tried to re-release his boot in Portuguese colors, right? As a throwback. I don't know who y'all.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
Right. Yeah. I thought that was pretty sick, but then Adidas was like, "Hey, watch this. Here's a real ad," and Jude came out and basically a ripoff of the Cage commercials for Adidas. And
wait, ripoff of the what?
The Cage commercials. They basically was just recycled of old Nike commercials.
You're joking, right?
A little bit.
Wait, hold on. Pause. What commercials are you talking about?
There was a whole series of commercials, one of which where they were in a lab in the early.
From what brand? This is the last
From what brand?
This is
Nike. Now he's Bellingham for the Preds.
Okay. I'm listening.
Let me run it back. It's a rip-off of the old Nike commercials. It's sick. I want them, but it's
what era do you think those Nike commercials, like the Nike commercials that you're talking about, the boots that they were advertising in those commercials?
Yes.
Do you like what year in What year is that?
Around 02.
Adidas was doing that back in the 90s.
No.
You're right. I'm wrong.
I
wrong.
love that. No, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful no.
The Adidas commercials that are releasing now with like Jude Bellingham, and I can't remember the women's player that's in them as well, but Gabriel Jesus is in them as well. Those lab tested commercials are paying homage to the 1990s commercials that Adidas used to do. Because Adidas, when the Predators dropped in 1994, the big thing was like 0%, 100% legal, 0% fair, and it was like a lab tested. Like they had a whole bunch of different things, like footballitis, which was like 2002 in terms of lead up to the 2002 World Cup, like Fabian Barthez, all these different players. Look it up. It's in YouTube archives, all that bullshit. But the lab themed commercials are, I would say, owned by Predator, because Predator did it first. I'm telling you, back in the 90s, late 90s, I'm sorry, late 90s, mid 90s, they did it first. And then the ones that you're talking about with Nike in like the early 2000s,
Yes.
I think they're ripping off.
I don't want to see it, man.
I will show you. I will link it to you in the P chat.
This is good Twitter content. So
yeah, it is.
Later, you're going to see these commercials rolling through Twitter. And if you don't see any posted, it's because Steve couldn't prove himself right.
Mate, I'll put it up there.
Either way, if it is truly an homage to like old school Adidas, hats off to him. I got serious Edgar Davids vibes. Like that's what came to mind for me. But it might be just my experience. That being said, I'd sleep in those shoes. Who brought up Ronaldo this week? Because he's been in the news for something. Either did he bring Nike to?
Well, I was listening to the Guardian. I was cheating on us. I was listening to the Guardian podcast this morning, and they were Ronaldo.
Ronaldo has to say that.
He was just saying something. He's like, "Yeah, look at me. I'm 39 now, and I'm outscoring all these lions like Holland." And he kept saying how good he looks.
Yeah,
just like I look so good. And yeah, he goes, "Look at these animals. I'm 39. I look good, man." And that was like it. And everyone was just kind of like, "Yeah."
He's Scarface.
Ronaldo being Ronaldo. It was funny, but I was just like, all right. Yeah. It's like, I think Saudi is like pushing, with this massive exodus, which I feel like we've talked about. Excuse me, for the last like 3 podcasts.
Yeah.
Speaking of Neymar, they temporarily cut him to make way for I forgot who's coming in. So Neymar is not going to play at all this year. He could play for Brazil.
No, he's finished for the rest of the season.
Right. But he is not. They temporarily like released him, but they're going to re-sign him next year. It's
that's shady bookkeeping.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, definitely. I also saw, Alex, I saw a good old Miggy Almiron might be off.
Whoa. Saudi?
Yeah.
Man. I like that.
I just saw the new Kings. Before we jump into transfer talk, the new Puma Kings look like baseball cleats. They're horrendous.
I think they look nice, but I just wish they fit nicer than they looked.
Yeah,
I like those. I think they look nice.
The softest thing in the world. And I wish I had more information on how damaging kangaroo leather was or is to be able to speak to that more. So I'm not going to go into that, but the touch on those was always unreal.
Touch up on the article I put on Swift Kicks Pod.
I want to talk about other Ronaldo real quick.
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
about his beef with Nike.
Ooh, we talking R9?
No.
Oh,
no.
R9?
Fat old Ronaldo.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Talk about a real throwback. He's put out a MySpace top 8 of his all-time greatest players. I don't know if you guys want to see it.
Yes,
I would love to see
pull it up.
Do you have it? I made this phenomenal graphic. So
nice. Nice.
Himself, good. This is not who he's played with. This is just
for the people who are listening on Spotify. We have Diego Maradona, Pele, Johan Cruyff, Franz Beckenbauer, Marco van Basten, Lionel Messi, Ronaldinho, and himself, R9.
Dude, if I was as good
Big
as that,
snub
dude,
to Ronaldo.
yeah, dude. I think
He's in the
haven't
top
they
9.
had? I feel like they've had some beef, not like really well. I feel like Ronaldo R7 also had something to say, didn't include him in a list or something. I don't know.
Can we pause for a second? Does he just not believe in playing defense?
You Franz Beckenbauer, you have Van Basten as well, and that's it.
He doesn't like defenders that much.
You legit have that.
Look,
That is
we're
it.
gonna play 3 men down.
Well, he's not picking an 11 aside or a 7 aside.
Yeah, that's fair. He's not picked. Yeah, exactly.
It's not even a
This is the
goalkeeper.
all-time best 8
Nate-
players he's
Nate
ever
is
played
point-
with.
Nate is
One
pointing
of them
out-
is himself.
Nate is pointing out important context here.
Yes, this is it's his top 8 or 9.
Top
You wanna
8
include
players.
Salah.
Period. Not this is my best 11 to beat anybody.
This is my best 11. We're gonna win with 3 red cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Michael
No
Van Basten's
goalkeeper.
gonna wear one glove, and then Cruyff's wearing the other glove. Like,
Yeah, who would
it's
you even
not-
put in the net? I don't even know.
Who's the manager?
Have you guys seen classicsoccercleats.com?
Probably.
No.
I probably follow him.
I'm just gonna put that in the P chat for later. But all right, we're talking transfers. So Kieran Trippier,
Yes. Yep.
picking up. What's going on there, Alex?
Yes. It looks like Harry Kane's just trying to organize a little bachelor party over.
I don't
in Munich.
like it. I don't like it one fucking bit. To be honest,
Friends.
English friends.
I don't like it for the sake
Yeah.
of.
Harry Kane
Before-
is doing an English takeover of Munich.
Yeah.
Before-
That's
We've
not
seen-
quite how
we've
it
seen this
works,
before.
Harry.
Before Alex puts in his 2 cents, I want to just say that I don't like the idea of Newcastle. So like Newcastle was coming from like Champions League obscurity, peripherals, not even a thought of the Champions League, and now they've forced their way into it. And I think that their big signing to make it like as like a signal of intent was Kieran Trippier, and Kieran Trippier was like the catalyst to move to forward all that momentum towards where they are now. And now with where they are now, the season that they had last year, just continue to build off that. Yeah, it's not like a continued trajectory of ascension, but like Newcastle are keeping up with, I would say where they are projected to be going. And if they keep on the way that they're going, they're just going to keep going higher. But with Kieran Trippier as the captain, he's like the flagship. He is the face of the new face, Newcastle United, the post Mike Ashley, Newcastle United. I think of Kieran Trippier being the captain, taking him to this land that they are now. And then just to sell off your captain at like the first, obstacle or face of adversity is, I don't want to say a cop-out, but it feels cheap.
I've got a sneaky feeling this is, Alex can correct me if I'm wrong here, a little FFP related, possibly. Kind of like what we're seeing with Everton, what Nottingham have done, selling off Brendan Johnson and Mopay and getting those guys off their books. Alex, I'll let you dissect that.
Yeah, Alex, what do you think? Was I missing the mark, or what do you think?
Lay off the sauce.
I think you're spot on with some people's thinking. I think for greater context, everybody should understand it's all rumors. Absolutely nothing has been proven to be true. Even the fact of him like leaving his vacation in New York or something early or whatever, they're not sure about that. There's been some reporting. I don't want to say it was BBC, but somebody other than Sky Sports was reporting, yes, he's here. And then Sky Sports was reporting, no, he's not. And he's, he doesn't want to move and stuff like that. So there's confusion about that. But to me, that would give an indication that at least some sort of approach did happen from Bayern Munich. So I think that's good to keep in our back of our mind. But yeah, I mean, to play devil's advocate, you could say he's approaching 34, I think, at the end of the year, towards the end of the year. Wow. He's, Yeah, we have Tino Livermorento, who is a signed player, who is a clear
Beast. He's a beast.
player that would come in and back him up. Yeah, he's great, but he's played left back for us because when Dan Burn was out injured and all that kind of stuff. So if there was somebody that you would think like, okay, maybe it's if somebody wants the move to offload him, sure, but it's Bayern Munich, and they're apparently only were offering a loan deal or something like that. It's not going to really clear the books. It's not going to clear the pathway for like, I don't even know what player you would get that would be like such a to Steve's point, such a crux of the team, to kind of rip that out as the team that we are right now. It doesn't make sense. It only makes sense if a club was to approach us and say, we want to outright buy him out and pay you whatever X million. I don't know what his price tag is. I think it's only like 20 million. I don't think it's that much.
Can't be more than 20.
Can't be more this is a guy that he's like a 20 million pound player. It's not going to get you what else we need, essentially. I mean, we have 3 fit midfielders right now, so we can't sell any of them. But yeah, selling Kieran Trippier is not the move. I've told you guys in the P chat that it felt like Newcastle, the overachieving season of last season is going to probably come back to bite us a little bit. We got knocked out slightly unfairly, you could argue, from Champions League, but we're not there anymore. We're in 10th place in the league right now. As we pointed out last week, we're behind Chelsea. So that's an issue you need to figure out right now.
Right.
How are we gonna start scoring goals and beating teams again? And getting rid of the guy that is the calm, steady presence in a locker room, on the pitch, even in that month where he had a bad month last month. Everybody has a bad game. But he's that calm, steady presence on the pitch that holds a lot of people together. If you want to sell somebody, sell Miggy Almiron. I mean, I don't know what we're doing with him. He was, love him, crowd favorite and everything like that. But he's,
I like that guy a lot.
There's people that could play. There's a billion right wingers in the world, that can.
That is not a position that you're gonna have to search for.
Yeah. So if we're looking to sell somebody for whatever reason of FFP, go for something like that. I think at this point, a lot of people are kind of sentimental a little bit about the team that got us to the point that we're at now. And so anybody that we let go of, we think, man, they're so good, that kind of thing. But, you do need to advance. That there is that pain with any fandom of any club that happens. People move on. But we need to be smart about it. And I think that the owners, this is going to be the one real first test of adversity for the ownership, Saudis included, where they're going to do some things that the fans don't like. And I think if they don't do it this January transfer window, which is rapidly approaching the end, they have to. I think they're going to do it in the summer. And I think what they're going to do to kind of smooth it over is they're rolling out this. We're going back to Adidas, so they're like putting all of our players now like in these throwback kits. They're kind of cool. Like I love it. I love to see it, but I'm wondering how many of those players are not going to be in an actual Newcastle kit come next season because of it. Yeah.
If you need to make sacrifices,
it's an interesting time. They have to play it right.
If you need to make sacrifices, I feel like I understand that Trips being like he's aging. Yes. Is your window to be able to cash in on him rapidly closing? Yes. But I feel like
late.
Yeah, it's like the amount of money that you would make now versus selling him like a year or two later, I think is marginal. And the amount of value that he brings to your squad in terms of like, experience, leadership, what he's bringing from the England camp to the dressing room at Newcastle, I think all of those things that he's bringing is at the very minimum equal value, if not way more than that. So like, surely there must be other players in that squad. Like if you need to meet FFP regulations, rules, whatever, if you need to play within that ball game, that box that they're making you play within, surely there has to be other names that can come to the surface before trips. In my mind, that's what I think.
I feel like he needed to be sold at the like when Newcastle were at the height.
If you want to, he was the reason we got into, well, not the reason, but he was one of the biggest reasons that we got into Champions League, because he had that experience that Steve's talking about.
Right.
If you want to talk about like monetary value, sure, yeah, you should have cashed in on him like well before when we're talking right now. But then we wouldn't be talking right now, because I don't think Newcastle would be where they are right now, because they wouldn't be here if you get what I'm saying. Like I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's strange. It's just it's
I mean, think about it. We kept Matt Ritchie around for like 5 years past his sell-by date.
It's a strange one to me. I don't know. I don't want to see I'm not a fan of clubs being bought out by independent, financial groups of different countries or governments by different countries. But if they're going to do it, which is the reality that we live in now, if they're going to do it, to see it done in a way where it's not like monopolizing, leagues or, continents or competitions, whatever. I think I think the way that Newcastle have done it have been very, I don't know if you want to say fair. I like it's more palatable the way that they've done it. I can warm to the way that they've done it more than other teams. And now that they've been faced with their first like major obstacle with this like financial fair play penalty
conundrum.
Conundrum, this problem that they need to face now. I don't want to see the project buckle. I don't want to see the project collapse now. I would like to see a team that came from I'm a big fan of underdogs. So like to see a team to shake up that major six, to shake up
being you can't pay your way out of being an underdog.
No, I enjoy the idea of somebody shaking up the
you like the idea of City?
Like a Cinderella story.
We could put City in this argument too. I should not have brought up Man City. We don't have much time left.
I knew it was coming.
Newcastle is so far on the other side of this room for me than Manchester City is in front of me right here. It is.
But that's the thing, though. They're different rooms, though, right? They're different rooms.
I mean, dude,
no, you got to pay to get in there.
One should be a jail cell. And one should be like, hey, we're working on this over here with Newcastle. All right, that's it. This is not the podcast for that. I'm not doing it.
Sure.
No, I'm not. Sure. No, I can't.
No, you're right. You're right. Because we can go into that for a long time. We can go into that. But like, you have to admit that like the way that, well, I guess
Liverpool are the real underdogs.
The fruits of their labor.
Well, Liverpool almost went bankrupt in 2011.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you, Boston Red Sox.
Right in the.
But no, we're not the same. No, Liverpool won a Champions League in 2005. The City didn't sniff one until.
Yeah, but my point is like Liverpool did it the right way.
11.
No. They didn't even get into the Champions League. They had never been to the Champions League. What? It was 2009.
Got it.
To take over. Yeah,
I feel like Liverpool, in my opinion, are the underdogs in this story. Bounce around the top six. Hadn't had a Premier League title, right?
No, I'm
you don't think?
If anything, I would say Liverpool in this Liverpool are the. I don't know. Words fail me here, but the poster of they withstand the test of time. Liverpool came from strengths in the 80s, early 90s,
70s.
70s, 80s, and yeah, they suffered a dip. But not only did they suffer a dip, but they came back. They won the Champions League in 2005, correct?
Yep.
Champions League 2005, and then won the Premier League. There's something that it's like if you're not a Liverpool fan, it's like a fly that you just can't swat away. They stay. They stay.
They've got one Premier League title.
I mean,
Premier League since 1992.
Once.
1992. But they're not going away.
30
Liverpool
years.
are not going away. There's somebody that you have consistently have to worry about.
1 in 30.
Can you imagine if the Super Bowl, which is not far away, if the NFL was like, we're gonna slap an advertisement on the Super Bowl, it's gonna be called like the Citibank Super Bowl, and then all of a sudden the Patriots have 0 Super Bowls.
Let me just pause.
That's the stupid ass argument of
how many titles do they have before the
and now they put a bank on it.
Nate's the guy for the question. I don't know the answer to this question.
How many times have they won the biggest league in England?
19.
19. That's pretty impressive.
That's a fucking bunch, bro.
Yeah, that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
So you know what? Let's go back to it. Screw Liverpool. They suck. A whole lot of them wankers. Like
19. 19's a huge number, bro.
Take your compliment, Nate, and shove it up your arse.
Listen.
Up your ass, bro.
You get what I'm saying, though. 19 is just one shy of 20 years. 20 years. That's 2 decades of dominance. Spread out amongst.
Yeah,
spread
out a little too far, albeit.
What I'm trying to say is that, like, the Premier. What I'm trying to say is Liverpool have. What do you say? Withstood the test of time and continue to be a force to be reckoned with. And I hope that Newcastle
is aging like milk.
No, I'm not saying nothing about Man U.
I know they are though.
But that's funny. That's a funny analogy. I hope that Newcastle in this first, like, I would say major test, don't fold because of that. I would like to see Newcastle continue to build because I'd like to see that established group of 6, that top 6 get shaken up. I would love to see Newcastle substitute like Chelsea. Chelsea comes out.
A couple players.
Be a couple players, but it's. I mean,
it's gotta be, yeah. I don't think Eddie Howe's the problem.
No, everybody keeps forgetting. Like I just said it. We have 3 midfielders in an entire squad. Yep. One of them is 17. 3 midfielders who are fit, who can actually play the game on any given Sunday. 3.
Liverpool last year.
That's crazy. Oh, the rest is forwards and defenders.
Yeah,
which is it's a injury crisis. Huge injury. Huge.
What formation is it? Like a 4-3-3? Like
4-3-3. That's what y'all run.
Yeah. So we're okay because we have 3.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wild. So some things need to be addressed.
I mean? So in 6 to 8 weeks time, when Harvey Barnes, couple other
who's
players,
a winger, who's considered a forward player, he's not even a midfielder, he's a winger.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, Callum Wilson, that was a name that actually got floated. Callum Wilson potentially going to like Atletico Madrid of all places. I was like, sell him. Go now.
Yeah.
When he's fit,
if we're gonna say stick or twist
goals, but he's fit for 2 weeks and then he's out for 6.
Yeah.
It's the definition of 2 steps forward, 1 step back, like, or whatever it is. 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Callum Wilson.
Yeah.
Agreed. His name is
he's getting up there in age too.
You probably get a good amount of money for him too.
He's sub 30 though, isn't he?
Yeah, I want to say he's approaching 30.
29 is my guess.
Yeah. 31.
He's 31?
Put him down.
Fuck me. That's crazy.
Shit.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Yeller.
Back.
Can you see Eddie Howe just for like, come on, Callum.
Alex,
gotta go.
out of curiosity's sake, I don't know if we're doing trash takes, but out of curiosity's sake, on the last note of the pod today, is Eddie Howe? Does he need to be replaced?
No, he beat Sunderland this season, so he saved his bacon. But
this moment, does he need to be replaced?
No, he needs at least another year, in my opinion.
Yeah, one more year. If he continues on, I mean, if this sort of string of results were to continue for another year and I don't know, first 2-3 months of next season, then yeah, he's
with
gone.
players being changed.
Yeah, but I think the management likes him. I think the team likes him. I think the fans like him. You're in a situation where it's like, okay, Eddie, you like us, the board or whatever, is facing some. We're going through a period right now. Show us what you got. If you come out of it fine, cool. Keep going. But he definitely bought himself some time with the Sunderland win. There's no doubt about that.
Of course, yeah.
So,
can you guys watch Rick and Morty?
I almost said it, Steve. Show me what you got.
One last thing.
You know what's so funny, Steve, is that Alex said that, and I looked at you. I knew oh shit! What the fuck? I knew out of anyone. I looked at you for a minute. I was looking for one little twitch of a reaction. Like, oh, I know he knows. I know he knows.
One last thing on managers. Jose Mourinho, after winning 25 trophies in total, is out. He's a free man. Is there one last job he will take?
Man U.
Dude, he's never going back to Man U ever.
He's always said
there's
he is a Geordie by heart because of Sir Bobby Robson working under him. There's also lots of talk that he wants to coach Portugal as a national team. Is that actually he does?
I could see that.
But U.S. men's national team.
Dude, we have such an affinity for obviously.
Bro, we'll fucking see. It's like me hoping he coaches the fucking U.S. Olympic basketball team. Like what? Like we'll fucking see, bro.
It's not like that at all, Steve. I feel
it's
like
exactly. It's not gonna happen. There's equal chance that he coaches the U.S. men's national team versus the U.S. men's Olympic
I'm gonna put this out
team.
there, Steve. That's not true. They're not even remotely close.
I would say they're remotely. I would say that they are remotely close. He's never coaching the men's national team.
Do we want to do real quick? Do we want to do a really quick power 2 minutes of news from around the world, including
AFCON?
Just a couple of only I think 4 teams are through.
Cape Verde is the big news.
Yeah, speaking of Cape Verde,
who
remembers? Did I mention this guy last time? Who remembers Bebe from United?
Yeah.
He for some reason
he scored a banger, didn't he?
He wasn't in the 16 today at all.
He's still alive,
dude. He has 2-2 for Cape Verde. I'm not kidding. When I saw him pop Bebe, I was like, is that the Bebe? And I go to it and it was like, yeah, he had like eight appearances for United or some shit.
God damn.
Egypt is through, unfortunately. And as we all know, Salah is out for 21 to 28 days.
Oh damn! I didn't know it was that long.
So
I
Liverpool's 5
think
points
that's
clear
on
at
the
the
high
top of the Prem. Is that going to affect your title run?
Yeah, dude. But hey, you know what? Good thing is we're missing our starting 2 left backs and a right back. I think with how Diogo Jota is playing like prime Aguero right now. I think I'm not saying that he can directly replace Salah, but like if Salah is backed by Arsenal.
Just gotta hold on.
Arsenal is, I think, 18 days away. All of Mo's tendons and joints are literally made of steel. I can't remember. Last time he was injured was COVID. That's the last time he missed time. Was COVID. He had COVID.
God damn.
And also, I don't know what the Super Cup in Italy is. I assume it's the same way in what it is in England. The winner of the Super Coppa Italia and the league, Inter won that. If anyone gives a shit.
Was that the one in Saudi? I believe they held that match in Saudi Arabia, and there was nobody there.
Yes, it was.
Did pump crowd noise in?
Qatar beat China.
Today I am Qatari.
There we go. And that's really all I got.
Did we find a North Korea jersey?
Actually, I think Japan's next game after the Asia Cup is a friendly against our friends up in Noco. Yeah.
Noco?
Friendly.
That's a thing? We're calling it Noco?
No. I
What
just
the
did
fuck is
it.
NoCo?
I feel like
I'll see
that's
you catch
Canada?
yeah.
North
that's
Korea.
Yes.
Korea.
fuck.
Tell everyone. You know what still makes me laugh to this day, Steve, is when you call it snuds snoods.
They're called snoods. What do you mean?
I thought they are called snoods.
They're called snoods. You're wrong, Ben. Don't
It's a
don't put
hood.
me on the blast.
Hood snud.
They are definitely
Oh,
cool.
dude, that's some sound logic that I can't. that's some sound logic.
All right,
I
so
have.
when I
Dropping
type in
truth bombs
snood,
on you.
snood has 2 O's.
I
So
I
does
have
hood.
heard I
I'm
have
like-
heard commentators call them snoods though.
Who's the first?
Wrong
Real quick,
kind
who's
of
the first person
commentary.
y'all think of
Ben,
was for
you
snoods? Mine's
are the
Nazri.
first person to make me question
Nazri's
whether
the
or not
first
I've been
person I
pronouncing
think
that wrong for over a decade now.
The best is everyone knows that, Steve, except for you.
No,
Those people
no,
have been looking at
but-
you, and they're like,
Else,
He's gaslighting you.
Nate is right here.
He is
thought I was saying-
gaslighting you, bro. He's gaslighting
Yeah,
you right
no,
now. Don't
yeah,
listen
I'm
to
not falling victim to this. I'm not, no, bro, you're not
falling
gaslighting.
victim to this.
him. We can't even do trash takes because it is FA. It is the domestic cup weekend.
Ugh.
For
Oh,
some
that's
people,
right. There's
Me. We
That-
that
EFL
second round
semis
was
tomorrow and
recorded.
then FA Cup 6th round, I think, this weekend.
Man.
Yeah.
Big story out of
Looking.
AFCON, by the way, is other than the smaller nations, northern African countries not doing too hot. Egypt went through,
Pause.
but
Yeah, Egypt. Yeah.
Sorry,
Snood.
snood.
Snood,
Here's I looked up Google. I just Googled snood definition, and if you look up how it's pronounced,
Snood. Snood.
Steve, Ben is
Snood.
literally fucking with you right now.
Snood.
Dude. He's just
Snood.
dude, he's trolling. He's 100% trolling.
regardless if he's trolling or not,
Troll, bro.
I
He's
have the,
trolling.
I have the right
People
answer.
deserve to know.
Yeah, people deserve to know. All right, let me do trash takes.
Yo,
Trash
we
takes.
got
I'm gonna
Tottenham
get the F out of
City
H.
in an FA Cup match. It's
All right.
almost as exciting as Ipswich Town and Maidstone United.
Trash takes. What are they?
No trash takes.
No trash takes.
we do trash takes on
we
the
don't
FA
Already
Cup.
rolled it.
I mean,
right.
I would definitely do an FA Cup track. That should be kind of fun. I would do some FA Cup track takes.
Yeah, we're doing trash. It's gotten to that point.
I got Wrexham to beat Blackburn.
Starting on Thursday, the 25th, with Bournemouth and Swansea.
And this is what going to Monday the 29th.
Yep.
Deadpool.
Deadpool United over Blackburn Rovers.
Yeah.
Deadpool. I had to think about that for a second. I was like, what? Dude,
Steve,
what?
you looking
I'm
up
gonna
snoods or are you looking
go.
up FA Cup matches.
I'm gonna go. Dude. I'm gonna go. West Brom over Wolves.
I saw that.
Even though I think West. Yeah, I don't really know any West Brom players. Let me see. Let's see how many
Trick
West
is
Brom.
to find the Premier League coaches that are on like the brink of getting fired.
I remember Eric Peters. I think that's about it.
Luton Town Everton's a good match.
Oh, DK, Daryl DK, the U.S. striker. He plays for West Brom.
Oh, that's right.
Damn, really? That's crazy.
Yeah, he just
he's
came
pretty
back
solid.
recently, too.
Yeah, that guy can fucking hit a ball. Yeah, so West Brom over Wolves, Wolverhampton.
This is starting when? Tomorrow?
This is starting
Thursday,
Friday.
the 25th.
Thursday through next Monday.
Villa Chelsea is a good game too.
That will be a good game. Yeah, provided they. I think Villa could put out a strong lineup. I don't know, but Chelsea,
Chelsea got more to play for. I feel like
What were the trash takes so far?
we got
West Brom over Wolves.
Wrexham over Blackburn.
Tottenham versus Tottenham beat City.
Ooh,
That's a good
man
one.
bringing the sauce.
I like that one. Tottenham at home as well. Yeah,
Luton beat Everton.
I have my eye on that too. Yeah, that's a good
At
one.
Goodison.
Put that in the ACA, Ben.
Ooh, you can't. It's FA Cup.
Ah,
Whole different problem.
sad.
I was going to bet on Plymouth Argyle beating Leeds, but Plymouth Argyle is doing pretty poorly in the championship, so Leeds is doing pretty hot.
You just
We
wanted to hate
played
on
them
it.
in 2015, I think, in the FA Cup. And I think we took them to a replay, I think. And you know who scored the freaking goal was Lucas Leiva. Who scored the winner?
Nice.
What a goat.
Yikes.
I might change my trash
Yeah, I
take.
take it back.
I'm gonna change my trash take to Plymouth Argyle to beat Leeds.
All right, so I'm gonna watch that one then. What time is that on? 10. Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Normal person time on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Cool.
At Ellen Road. There you go. Steve, how did we end up doing in the second match?
We didn't. We didn't have time for the second match.
We did. We absolutely
We did. I didn't think we would, but we did. The first
That's
match we tied no.
We took a hiatus.
We're still first
Match
place in the
postponed.
league. However, we are only 1 point ahead of second place. So
Ooh,
Nate
gotta pick it up.
In Nate we trust.
scoring some goals. Yeah, and Nate we trust. So
Nate's
we
like the
play Grand Haven FC or FC Grand Haven next game in match day 11. So stay tuned next week, all you
Aye, Captain.
people.
Get some Pedialyte, Steve.
Yeah, get some. Hey, we'll be fine.